Since I got back from Japan, I've had a few requests for a video on where to buy Sailor Moon merch in Japan. I know I did my vlogs and you can see where I went within those vlogs, but just to make it a quick, succinct video so that you guys can see where to go. There seems to be always some sort of Sailor Moon collaboration going on. Right now, there's It's Demo and Honey Salon, but there are a bunch of other collaborations. My one suggestion is to follow me on Instagram if you want to know what's going on in Japan right now, and you can only send me an email. I will put my email in the description of this video, so if you want to email me and ask me any questions, I am available for any Japan questions because I love Japan and I want to be there all the time. On a everyday level where you can get Sailor Moon, a lot of places just randomly have Sailor Moon. You never know, like sometimes convenience stores will have collaborations. So anyway, there's like a lot of places to go, but the places where you can go and consistently find Sailor Moon stuff, I will tell you now. I'm gonna start in Akihabara, and Yodobashi Camera is mainly an electronics store and like appliance store, but they also have a giant toy and figure section in the one in Akihabara. Not all of the Yodobashi cameras have them. So the one in Akihabara, definitely you can get Sailor Moon figures, some of the Proplicas, the Figuarts, and they also have a huge Gashapon section. So I was able to get some of the Sailor Moon Gashapon at Yodobashi Camera, which is pretty cool. And it's one of those places that has like the wall-to-wall Gashapon, so it's also just a cool experience to go to. I went to Mandrake, and it was a vintage store and it had a ton of Sailor Moon merch. So that is one I would definitely recommend. Another one that I didn't go to and I wanted to and I just ended up not having time was Animate. So I don't have any video from Animate, but you can definitely check out Animate and Mandrake and Yodobashi Camera, all in Akihabara. They're all close together. In Harajuku, there is a store called Kittyland. And Kittyland is a giant toy store. I can't remember how many floors, I feel like it's 6 floors, but there is a huge Sailor Moon section, and I think that was probably one of the biggest Sailor Moon sections of like new merch that I saw in Japan. So Kittyland is definitely a good place to go to if you want some of the new Sailor Moon merch. Another good place to go to is the Character Beauty Shop, which is in Character Alley, which is at Tokyo Station. It was kind of hard to find where it was. So if you go to Tokyo Station and ask someone where the Character Alley is, or you can be good about the internet and figure it out yourself. I am not good at directions, so I always need help. The Character Beauty Shop sold a lot of the beauty products, so hand creams, lip glosses. They also had some other stuff as well. They had luggage. Crazy, I want the luggage. The Character Beauty Shop had a ton of stuff. Ikebukuro had K-Books, which is a recycle store. And another recycle store, which is like a chain, is called Book Off. And the one in Ikebukuro had a ton of Sailor Moon DVDs. So Book Off is more books and DVDs and video games, but you can sometimes find Sailor Moon stuff there. The neighborhood we were in had a Book Off, so if you see them around, it's a hit or miss, you might be able to get something there. K-Books and Book Off in Ikebukuro, go there. I went to Tokyo Skytree, and the Tokyo Skytree actually had a ton of Sailor Moon merch. It seemed to be a little bit more on the more expensive side, but they did have a big selection, and they had some of the Japan 2020 Olympic merch, which has Sailor Moon on it. Check that out. I went to find the Sailor Moon ride, which is at the oldest amusement park in Japan. I can't remember the name, I'll put it here. There is a Sailor Moon ride there. It's only 1,000 yen to go, or you can get a Tokyo Skytree pass and get to go to the amusement park for free. That's what I did. We went to the Skytree and then we went to the amusement park for free, and it was awesome. It was a really cool experience, and they had little panda vehicles like in Sailor Moon in the episode where they're at the amusement park. Totally adorable. Another place that I went to is Odaiba Island, and there are a few places that you can buy Sailor Moon there. One is Animega, which is in Venus Fort Mall. That had a ton of Sailor Moon merch. It had a ton of anime stuff. There's also Village Vanguard, which is another chain which is like all over Tokyo, but there's one in Diver City Mall on Odaiba that has a ton of Sailor Moon merch. so you can go there. But you can also look up Village Vanguard and you might have one in the neighborhood you're staying in or whatever. So yeah, check out Village Vanguard. Ton of Sailor Moon merch. There was also a random bazaar type store. Not bizarre, but like bazaar. That might not make sense. There is another place on Odaiba Island in one of the malls, and I can't remember the mall name. If I can remember it, I will put it here, but it had a section of Sailor Moon stuff. And the last place that I'm going to tell you about in this video is Nakano Broadway. I can't even describe it. Once you go there, you're going to be like, I need to be here every single day. Like, it is just the coolest place ever. It's a lot of vintage stuff, but they do have some newer things. It is 3 floors of anime. It's not just anime, and I know I've said that in another video, but it's a ton of anime stores in a mall. I definitely recommend checking out Nakano Broadway. Other than that, I would just be out and I would see Gashapon around the city. There was some bookstores that had some Sailor Moon stuff in it. You just gotta keep your eyes peeled. I hate that expression because that's really gross, but it is a lot of fun. There's a ton of Sailor Moon stuff that you can buy there, and I highly recommend, if you're an avid Sailor Moon fan, to go to Japan, check it out, do some shopping, find Sailor Moon, and bring me some back. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was a little bit helpful. I hope you all get to go to Japan someday and get to visit these awesome stores. So, see ya.